first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
This one started, and we are underway from Ford Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, who burst onto the scene back in 2016 as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now in his 7th NFL campaign.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 27, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. Prescott now. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Prescott's throw taken in by Cooper here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Throwing, Prescott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game. And they must like the matchups they're getting.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Prescott. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And his kick is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. Leading them out, it's the rookie out of North Carolina, Sam Howell.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, right back to ETN. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. And Howell will throw it. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. They got 29 yards that time. There you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, ETN. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the service return?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. A first down carry by Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 and 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. These 2 teams all tied after 1. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Shakes off the sack, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
They give it points for the attempt, and there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. From the 17, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. There he goes left side. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 10-3. Play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Prescott on 1st down. And it's a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And into the end zone. A scoop and score. A fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that was... And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
That one complete to Elliott. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. A good pickup there to 22.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Now they go play action with Howell. He'll buy some time right. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. Throwing on 2nd down. Howell. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Howell throwing on third down here. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down. That's taken on the 25. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Prescott looks to throw on first. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On third down, it's Prescott. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
First down, Howell to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Howell. That's complete to Traylon Burks. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Howell down to throw it. And that is incomplete. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
On first down, Howell looking for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Howell. It's complete. Burks. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Here's Howell. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's I felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin 2022 with a good one out in the Windy City. San Francisco in town to take on Chicago. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Trey Lance with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Devontae Smith, a touchdown reception. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series, but the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Back to throw, Howell. And that will be incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Prescott. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me 4. It's my turn now to make the big play. And that's exactly what he did.
The give is to Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. To To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
And again, it's Prescott. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second down throw for Howell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Howell, and complete to Zach Ertz. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Etienne. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. From the 27, Howell. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A nice completion there for first down. And Josh, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now Howell. And he rifles one incomplete. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Eagles are going to take possession here It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 41, Prescott, middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A give to Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Now when caught along the sideline, did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott to throw it. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 5 times on their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 8 to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Got an open man. It's Olave. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Elliott. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Prescott from the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chris Olave with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long, here's Howell. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Prescott looking sideline, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalposts, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, here's ETN. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
throwing again on second down. Prescott throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
It's caught. Cooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Elliott, toss right. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott now from the 50. Open man here is Conklin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. To throw is Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. They go to Elliott again. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give to Elliott running left. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And his kick is indeed good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So now the Lions down 16-13, 33 seconds to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Howell. Pass complete, Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Howell to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete, so no miracles here on the final play, and this ball game is over. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for the Eagles, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.
Away. It's the Giants and the Titans. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New York Giants and the Tennessee Titans. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
this one. And off we go from Nashville. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. Leading them out, the second-year man from Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Jones looking to throw right away. And his first look is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jones. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
And at one point he announced to the NFL world that he had accomplished everything he needed to and was going to retire, but then reversed that decision. And I think everyone who likes football loves the fact that he's still out there throwing it around and still at the top of his game.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Down to the 41. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Brady now on 1st down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. To throw, it's Brady. And he's got it.
So I just want to note to those watching real quick, I screwed up on the graphic. I read it wrong. I read it as the Giants were playing the Texans. The Giants are clearly playing Tennessee, so that is on me. Sorry about that, but either way, I knew the Giants were playing. I guess I don't know where I saw the Texans in that regard, but yeah, Giants, Titans, that's the game going on. Tom Brady touchdown.
Now, Giants. Mike Gesicki, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Jones on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady over the middle and complete to Waddle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Here's Brady to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Desmond King back deep. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 45 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now Cade York for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
On first down, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Brady going to throw. This complete to Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Brady again. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. These two teams all tied after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Brady. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Mike Gesicki, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants have moved out in front.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Gano for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have the Titans 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3. Just get the ball right to the receiver.
It's the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
A 1st down run there for Jacobs, but nothing doing as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones is swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now Jones on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They begin this drive with Chubb. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Brady. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Another catch there for Waddle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Brady on third down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. 21 yards there on third down.
Oh, that's a big let off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Now Chubb running right, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Chubb on the counter. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. Brady now to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And the Giants are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They'll run with Chubb, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Nick Chubb taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. Throwing, Jones. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Jones. Looking middle, and that's complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, he finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw again. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. First down, New York. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin week 1 with an absolute barn burner. 2 teams with plans on being back here in February. Kansas City and Arizona from the side of Super Bowl 57, Glendale. And it's the Chiefs who are out in front as they move towards halftime. The Chiefs looking for the win on the road in week 1. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Russell Wilson, a touchdown pass in the victory. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood. See what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. A touchdown pass there for Davis Mills. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. And meanwhile, for the Titans, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Brady. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught by Bryant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Jacobs going to try the middle to the 43, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Able to slither by. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On now is the Titans punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
The York on now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The New York set to take the field. At their own 19-yard line. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Desmond King picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And New York set to take the field. Throwing after the interception. Brady. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Brady. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. That time a slant. Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
On play action, now Brady. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Brady's throw into the hands of Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now Brady. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Donald Parham from 3 yards out. And the Giants are in for 6. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Titans getting set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, incomplete. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Running is Jacobs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Jacobs. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
So after the INT, it's Brady. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On second and very short, Brady. Now a short one to Gesicki. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Brady now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now Brady again. Drops it off for Chubb. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. On 2nd and 10, Brady. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
There's less than 10 players still active from the 2008 NFL Draft, and here's one of them picking up the first down. Deshaun Jackson still got plenty of that speed. They had him 36 all-time in receiving prior to this season. There may not be a lot of playing time left for him, but every time he's out on the field, his presence will be felt.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. From the 17, Brady. And he just chopped that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Jones to throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Jones. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's It's incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jones throw into the hands of Hooper. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jones. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Here's Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Brady to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Giants, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.
the Cowboys under the lights on Sunday night.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there was no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by last year's Super Bowl champion QB and his 14th NFL season now out of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
A seasoned veteran, we're seeing more chapters being added in Stafford's decorated career. Secured a Super Bowl ring, remains a respected leader, and his stats, they're better than ever. Now we just continue to watch him climb the ranks of the NFL's all-time passing leaders.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Stafford. And he slings one that's incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Stafford. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. And that pass, a big one for Matt Stafford, folks. He just went over 50,000 career passing yards. Just the 12th ever NFL quarterback to do that. The former #1 pick in 2009 out of Georgia. Been so durable, so dependable in his career. And what a mark for Matt Stafford. On first down, Stafford here. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. He's got room at the 30, and they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here. That's close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing is Stafford. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down. A little gain.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. They're led out by the southpaw Tua Tagovailoa in his 3rd season now out of the University of Alabama.
All right, partner, a brand new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team and, of course, every quarterback. It's a blank slate for every passer in this league, and he really couldn't hide his excitement during interviews this week. He thinks his offense is stacked. They've spent the entire offseason making adjustments and trying to find another gear. And as this season begins, they believe they've found it. You watch him warm up, everything is crisp, moving with great speed. This is an offense that can't wait to get to the first series of the new year.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And some room to work. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early, because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. From the 30 on 2nd down, Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 31. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
It'll be Sanders to be and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. This offense returns to the field, and a former Penn State star, Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night. later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Throw across his body, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close, they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
They'll run with Sanders, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Miles Sanders, his first rushing touchdown on the year, and the Buccaneers have retaken the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Straight ahead, Patterson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he will have a Cowboys Bills first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. If they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Josh Allen coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll. Looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Running right, here's Sanders. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. A lot of hype, of course, going into this one with the Cowboys and the Bucs. They met last year in the season opener. Remember, that was the night they raised the banner in Tampa. It was also Dak Prescott's comeback game, and the Bucs wound up winning 31-29 on a late Ryan Succop field goal. Really good game that was. Well, these two teams were also the two best offenses in the NFL last year. The Cowboys gaining 18 more yards over the course of the season than the number 2 Bucs. On 1st down at Stafford. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, he completes it to Jones. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Second down, back to Sanders. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Stafford. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Now Stafford. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And his throw is incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That pass is caught by Hardy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup.
On play action, here's Tua.
At the 47-yard line.
Open man, that's Renfro. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Tua now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to pass. Tua. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! Paris Campbell, 73 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track smokes? Because he was gone. Big time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Stafford on first down. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on second down. Stafford. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Stafford here. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside. Boy, that could have been a real momentum boost going into the break. You get in the field goal position with a chance to seize the lead, but this one doesn't find the target, and they're unable to capitalize.
Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Blankenship's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. Aaron Jones, a touchdown run in the victory. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Justin Herbert, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. And finally, what a kickoff to Monday Night Football. Russell Wilson's first game as a Bronco, and it's in Seattle to wrap up Week 1. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua, he's going to find and complete it to Renfro. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Back to Renfro again, complete. And he will have the Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Here's Patterson again. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's caught by his tight end Uzomah. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. On 1st down at Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Second down, back to Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Here's Stafford. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They get up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
The kick by Bass is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Patterson on the draw. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Tua sets up to pass it. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Tua going to throw. Caught out right by Renfro. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
4 yards on the pickup.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
And they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Off a play action, Tagovailoa. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Pick Picked off by Tavon Young. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Stafford's throw taken in by Cook. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 2.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Stafford. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, and this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Third and 2, Stafford. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Cook. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw, Stafford. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
There certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. Good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
The kick by Bass is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Now Patterson to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa now with his 2nd sack here on opening night.
Oh man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to pass. Tua. That pass is caught by Hardy. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped it to 46. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Another run here with Sanders. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Man open, here is Jones. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Sanders. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Stafford. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So now the Cowboys down on the scoreboard. 56 seconds to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Tagovailoa able to find Patterson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Tua going to try and go quickly here. And my goodness, another interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for Tampa Bay, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.